Scammers online spreading their lies, pumping stocks with dollar signs in their eyes. But we see through the noise, cut through the mold, calling out fraudsters. Truth be told, hey, expose the lies, let the story unfold. Truth be told, yeah, shining the light on the tricks they sold. No hype, no spin, we bring the facts, let the truth roll in. Fraudsters beware, your game's getting old. We're taking it back when truth be told. Truth be told. Truth be told. And the truth shall set you free.
Which is, so, I mean, Restream is so weird. It was about ready to like just replay
Do it again.
the entire intro again.
Roll it again.
just
One
roll
more
it again.
time.
It's so cool. We'll do it
For the
twice.
people in the back.
I know, right? The people who came in late. Just play it again. Welcome one and all to yet another episode of Truth Be Told. Since it's only two of us, we'll center that line there. We get more of Platinum's background. I refuse your acknowledgement of the evil empire. But
I have some some contracts in the prediction market. Okay, I'm not sports.
okay, yeah, prediction markets. Have you seen the newest lawsuits? There's a bunch of them, like Poly Markets getting sued now. Not just what's the other one called, Diashi or whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone needs a stupid tweet of the week, we'll add that to a guest submission. How about that?
Which one?
Tonight is going to be an interesting episode.
Rubbing my axe is already with it. Dang.
I know, right? Maybe we'll put it up there as a submission since Amy is going to be not joining us tonight, and we need a spot filler.
I've
already got
a tweet actually, so
yeah.
Except
Just
for
can't
last
vote
week.
on your own though. But anyway, so tonight's episode is going to be a little interesting. Platinum hadn't seen the thumbnail yet until right before show started. Do you know what was the genesis of the thumbnail?
Guessing it has something to do with Michael-Amy. I mean, based on
not exactly, actually.
Oh,
1 second here.
okay.
Actually, Michael wasn't the one who started this. He was just the one who finished it. Was the genesis.
Oh, we're talking about how Epstein was also bagged in MMTLP.
Yes. So, and a bunch of like the whole theory of this is mind-numbingly dumb. First of all, a real financial genius wouldn't concentrate heavily in a liquid small caps. Well, here's the thing. When you have lots of money, you also have lots of money where if you choose to gamble, you can, gamble and not have to worry about it. Because if I remember correctly down here, yeah, he had like what? Position size was...
So we had, is it $1,700 or?
No. So like, that's how many shares. That's the price.
No, that's a dollar
That's how
sign.
much. So he had a position size of what looks like, the original size of the position was 216,000, 217,000 if you want to round up.
Oh, it's 51. What is? Okay, whatever. Anyways,
So it was 51,000.
look at him. He's negative though. Look at the parentheses. He's actually negative on his MMTLP position.
Yeah, well, that's how you know it's a long, because this was his original cost basis, $4.19. It was at the time of this report trading at $4.12. So he got bagged. He was long.
Yeah,
and
everyone got bagged.
For someone who is a multimillionaire, a position of like, I hate that. What company is this that did this? That this is wrong, because Fidelity would tell you the position size based on the account, but we don't have that there. We just have cost basis, how much he's lost, what was his original price, what it's currently valued at, and how many shares. and then the price at current, and then the price he bought in at. But
right. And then, I mean, his account is what, like $2.5 million? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, who cares, right? It's a couple $1,000.
Position size in an account that's like $2.5 million is a little under a quarter of a million, or like a fifth of a million. So, like, for us normies, yeah, sure, that's a lot of money. For someone like Jeff, that's not really a lot. But she goes on to say that he has a bunch of them that he was in these OTC shitco tickers. Yeah. And that, let's hear, DOJ released his brokerage records. Torch later reverse merged into metamaterials, which and statement mailed to his Virgin Islands address. Not sure what that's supposed to mean. His trades were executed in U.S. markets, AML questions. But the U.S. Virgin Islands is a part of the U.S., so
Shh, don't tell her that.
AML, like what AML, anti-money laundering, like like what money laundering? They would still follow under U.S. law. What money laundering? What? Anyway, Epstein files themselves reference activities in over-the-counter bulletin board, including FINRA-related OTC market complaints. The same FINRA-operated OTC structure. Oh, that's the one.
Oh boy.
Time
So, like, other OTC companies that he invested in went down a lot, is what she's saying.
Yeah, if Epstein was a financial genius, why did his documented investing align so closely with those that kind of leaves the question open-ended? And I jokingly said, she kind of leaves the question open-ended. And let me see if I can find it. Oh yeah, there it is. I forgot to preload this, and I should have. No, I don't want to open it in terminal. What is this? You're a Windows computer. You're not Linux. Why would I want to open it in terminal? So I made the
Are you
joke.
hacking over there?
Yeah, I'm mad hacksaws. And so I made the joke that you heard it here first, guys. According to Anna and the MMTLP community, Epstein is a hero because he got bagged just like them in Torchlight, and she liked it. Like,
okay, that's cute though.
God bless your soul. Like,
yeah, I love that.
Like, I was not expecting the quiet part to be spoken out loud, but you know, since you got there, oh,
that's funny.
Anyway, so from there we got extra funny. So of course, Ann Pizzagate Vandersteel immediately retweets that, demand the total shares of MMTLP. This will unravel the Gordian knot created by SEC and FINRA. Did you fucking read the post? Like, she basically admits that like, her basic theory, it seems like, given the like that she gave to my post, is that, you know, that we're going to the moon because pedo Jeffrey Epstein knew that this company was good. Why would a smart guy be investing in OTC shitco stocks? He must have known we were all going to be gorillionaires. Like, cognitive dissonance here is just amazing. Anne wasn't the only one. Oh wait, sorry, I gotta skip through the whole the Anne related stuff. So why don't we get the Anne related stuff out of the way first? First of all, nothing quite like Anne's hosting a live stream that again was on YouTube and split. So it was like the shitty cell phone one and then the regular image resolution one, voice only, where her and her guests were basically suggesting, Donald Trump, could you please do the Insurrection Act thing already so we can just start murdering our political enemies? We'd really appreciate it. And of course, there was Ann Vandersteel falling for AI-generated baggy content. Have you I blocked this account because it's just AI slop nonsense. Have you seen any of this stuff?
I've seen it. I didn't block it, but yeah, it is AI slop nonsense.
Well,
for sure.
I mean, it's like normally I would be just fine with it, but it's like I already get enough baggy spam. I don't need like AI generated. Well, otherwise, I probably wouldn't have blocked it. Then of course we got Rob Carter. The plot thickens. Like self-awareness 0 from Rob, but then again, he also had
it's Rob Bubba. There's 2 B's.
It's like Aaron. Oh my goodness. Then we got even better. We got Polish Dildo. MMTLP minions always claim it was a shitco pump and dump trying to deflect from the crimes and conclusion that took place to avoid it being squeezed. So Epstein, a very smart financial guy, owns Torch, or were they using Torch as a money laundering shell? Again, the theory and the framework is that Jeffrey Epstein knew something that we didn't. Super secret, guys. So I'm going to upgrade Polish Dildo over here to Polish Pedo, and we can move along. Let's see here. And then we got it. The magnum opus that you had suspected was the start of this. we got Michael. Oh my goodness. It's your standard Michael post. Jeffrey Epstein and MMTLP. Jeffrey 2014 Jeffrey Epstein buys Torchlight through his Ameritrade account. Okay, well, that explains why that was a little hard to read. Wasn't a Fidelity account. January 2021. Oh yeah, so he like has this hard on for Kathleen Rumler, and all the stuff because she works for FINRA. And then David,
this is all this shit. This is just ridiculous and crazy.
Yeah, it's all like, okay, so like it was what I was talking about with you during the show. Michael's basic thesis is Jeffrey Epstein and his pedo financial cabal. He got them in the room together. He's like, okay, guys, I'm long Torchlight. What I need you guys to do is to naked short the shit out of it so I lose a fuck ton of money. Could you do that for me? That's basically Michael's theory. And he doesn't seem to get it because I said, it's official, guys. Third Reich Mike has joined the Epstein was actually an MMTLP hero crowd. And he responds, everyone that was involved with shorting MMTLP was connected to Epstein. So that's his stupid fucking theory. Epstein goes long Torchlight, and then he gets his pedo financial cabal to short it.
What?
It makes no fucking sense.
Weird.
And he doesn't seem to understand that. And neither do his gobshite numpty fucking followers either.
Hello, Manuel.
So I'm just this whole thing has been really, really, really special.
I mean, he was literally long and down $4,000. What the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah. If anything, if it was a real conspiracy, if anything, what he would do is like, hey, can you fuckers pump my bags? Like that. I mean, am I wrong there? Is that
I mean, like all the rest of the shit after, he invested, like all those other things. He was already dead by then, like for everything else that he's talking about there.
Yeah. Which is what makes this crazy is like he has this whole like Epstein pedo cabal conspiracy theory thing. And I don't get it. Like you said, most of these, he was already dead by then, or at the very least in prison. So like, what the fuck? I don't get how this even works as an entire conspiracy.
How did Michael not put up his whole like I find pedos like whatever?
Well, I mean, it's there. It's
going on after the Houston Wade situation, right? Like how are you not embarrassed for yourself at that point? Like what
being sitting on the couch right next. Well, that's why he keeps trying to spin these yarns to try and get away from the fact that you were literally on a couch with a someone who's charged with basically, soliciting minors for sex and has actual CP, had actual CP on his phone and shit like that. Like, at what point do you just be like, well, clearly my pedo radar isn't that great. I'm just gonna call the day, guys. Bye. MMTLP baggies make AMC apes look like Peter Lynch. Accurate. Very accurate. But we're not completely to the end of the dive. Due diligence continues his ability to not be able to find the real criminals in MMTLP, but being able to identify the grifters from the Pulte group that are coming in to try and basically take advantage for their own ends. Case in point, this guy is a total idiot. Please do not mistake him as being part of the community. He's not a shareholder. Accurate. He has not been part of any meaningful effort. Well, I mean, what about the press conference there, Drew? He's not a shareholder, has not been part of any meaningful effort, and his ranting should not be taken as which reflects collectively of the group's opinions. And you even bother to look at the document Jeffrey Epstein bought and sold Torch in 2024. That's not a conspiracy. It's a fact. Well,
not 2014. It says not 2024.
Yeah, 2014. That's what I meant. I thought I quote tweeted that. Oh, well. But yeah, that one was especially funny because, oh, there it is. Okay, dipshit. Again, if Jeffrey Boy was long, why would he construct a conspiracy of people to short the company? Let's see here. There's one more. Oh, yeah. Then there's just the general Epstein stuff that's been silly for Michael. Apparently, since the founder of 4chan contacted Jeffrey Epstein, that explains why them and Pulte got death threats.
What the fuck does that even mean? The event with Pulte was doxxed and threatened? What does that even mean?
Well, how is it?
How
does an event a public event again? Run that one by me.
What is he talking about? Oh, Tony has a good comment here. Houston Wade is in prison and connected to Epstein and MMTLP, so Michael's story kind of makes sense. Okay.
I mean, to be fair, I did the thumbnail.
Peter Lynch has a comment. For the record, I did not invest in Torchlight. Thank you.
I mean, good to know. I'm glad. I'm glad that you're different. Then, of course, Michael has discovered our grand conspiracy. We've been updated from working out of Fort Bragg to being CIA operatives. Just because Kathy Rumler said John Brennan gave me the CIA agency medal. How cool is that? So now we're all just CIA operatives because Kathy Rumler got a CIA agency medal. Well done. You've discovered the plot. You figured it out, Michael.
Oh, that's the lady who Ann Vandersteel told me to look up, and she called her a demon.
Did she also say that she smelt of sulfur, like Alex Jones said about?
She did not go that far, but she probably meant
that. I don't know if you've seen this one. Did you see this thread?
Oh my God.
Per chance.
Yeah.
This.
I would like to talk to him before publishing research from the recent Jeffrey Epstein files drop. Like, does that just mean he's going to connect Marcus to Epstein? And I mean, if he hasn't already,
then just release it.
It's inevitable. Just fucking do it, dude. We all know you're
and Marcus is like,
you're just going to try to connect everyone to Epstein's god. But you can't point out when you're sitting next to a pedo, but everyone's connected to Epstein.
Right. And so he's like, I'm actually pretty bummed to hear him say that because I would much rather be finishing my Obama, Luke Capital, Epstein, or Ken Griffin DD than Marcus Lemonis JAT Capital. So basically, Marcus has been dunking on baggies since day one from Bed Bath & Beyond. And now that, Marcus continues to call them out and won't give Michael the time of day, whoops, I guess I'm going to have to put you in my pedo conspiracy theories about Epstein.
Do you know if he followed up and actually did that? Because I did not pay attention.
I don't think he's done it yet. So
all right, stay tuned for next week for when Marcus.
Yeah, I know, right?
Connected to Epstein.
I like that. Finally, the baggies are just like not having it and completely giving out about Michael. Now that you hurt my feelings again, I'm forced to connect you to Epstein. Have you done the DD on how you're connected to Epstein via Houston Wade? Or are those connections only relevant if someone hurts your feelings?
Damn, got him.
But that's the whole thing with Michael. I spent this entire week pointing this kind of stuff out where, like, what did we learn? I made a clip. We talked about it last week. Let's go over it.
You know who else was a Rotary person was Elon Musk's father, right? And who was he working with? Well, he was working with Sol Kirshner, who was this rich Jewish billionaire guy.
Like this is a dude who simps all the time for Elon Musk, but his father is a pedophile working with the pedophile Jews, but Musk is special and different, guys. Trust me, bro.
And kind of kicks his dad out or tries to hold his dad accountable.
See here's how we settle the cognitive dissonance. Daddy Musk was the pedo. Elon Musk was the superhero who did no wrong, and he waggled his finger really hard at his daddy and told him, no, you will not be a pedophile. Never mind the fact that the dude had to settle, never mind that Elon's had to settle several claims of fucking his own workers on airplanes and shit like that, and has had how many wives now and how many children with them? Come the fuck on.
It's those groups versus just everyone else, right? It's kind of like the Playboys versus the pedophiles. Yeah, I mean, I wish there was more teams than that, but Team Playboy, I guess, is a lot better than Team Pedophile. So
3 weeks later.
And speaking of not that gullible, we've been lied to also by another richest guy on the planet, Elon Musk, who was caught emailing Jeffrey Epstein to go to his island post the guilty plea. Elon Musk writes, "Will be in BVI St. Bart's area over the holidays. Good time to visit." Jeffrey Epstein says, "I will send a heli for you." Later, Elon Musk writes to Epstein, probably just to Lula and me, his ex-wife, what day night would be the wildest party on your island? Do you have any parties planned? I've been working to the edge of my sanity this year. I really want to hit the party scene in St. Bart's or elsewhere and let loose. The invitation is much appreciated, but a peaceful island experience is the opposite of what I'm looking for. Guys, he can't even play the "I went to go study math" excuse.
I love that during one of... So yeah, like that. And that was part of it from last week. And then we've learned more stuff. Like Steve Bannon was running basically PR for Jeffrey Epstein to try and, rehab his image and everything like that. And then what was it? Lutnick, right? The Secretary of man, went right out of my head. Secretary of Commerce. It also, after saying live on TV, I had nothing to do with Epstein. Me and my wife were just sickened by him. And, shows up in the Epstein files having a pretty close and chummy relationship with him. But like this sort of thing with like Michael is hilarious, where it's really obvious what he's trying to do with this entire thing, where anyone he likes, he will ignore them no matter how many times they're mentioned in the Epstein files and how close they are to Epstein. But if for some reason anyone he doesn't like, even if they're not mentioned or nowhere in the Epstein files, he will do everything to try and connect them to whatever's going on. And that should tell you everything you need to know about Michael and his credibility and his honesty and trustworthiness.
Yep. And once again, Drew is right. Hate to say it, but
yeah, I know, right? Like, he's wrong about a lot of things, but he is called.
But he's definitely right about some things for sure.
Every step of the way, he's called out the Pulte crew coming into the MMTLP community as a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
just some quick cleanup before we move on to the mainstream topics. Apparently, short sellers don't pay taxes meme is back, because for some reason Epstein talked about an anti-tax bill screed that he posted or something. Oh,
So not only do short sellers pay taxes,
yes,
but all of their transactions are considered short-term capital gains. So
Yep.
they actually pay more taxes than if you're long and stay long longer than a year and only get taxed on long-term capital gains. So just want to throw that out there.
yeah, just so you wonder, why the tax and unlike puts and calls, you generally can't do a leveraged portfolio in your IRA. So short selling, you can't do the wonderful trick that you can do with options, where you hide your options trades inside an IRA, so they're tax exempt. That's why Doku hates his daddy too. Yeah. We also got the business model, which naked shorting. Oh yeah, they're all jumping for joy because apparently that Ken Griffin is in the Epstein files, but never as an associate, always talked about in the third person by other parties inside of the whole situation, which I mean should really tell you what you need to know there. But yeah, it mostly feels like for the most part, all this just feels, especially with Ann Vanderstein, and now we have Michael Flynn coming in and joining the MMTLP community. It feels just like this whole thing is an attempt by conspiratorial people on the right to find new fodder that they can present to their audiences, and also run interference for all the bad news that's coming out of the Epstein files about their friends. So that's that. I also, as a transition into our mainstream news before we get to the meme stock baggy news, is yes. So we had some bad incidences of trying to extract out and black out people's names in the Epstein files in some very, very clumsy ways. But we did finally figure out why that happened. Apparently DOGE canceled the contract for Adobe Acrobat, and so they don't have the license to do Adobe Acrobat stuff. And so that's why they're PDF editing.
Wow. Hilarious and amazing.
I know, right? Amazing, guys. Please. More comedy, more fuck up. That's endlessly fun. That is our transition into our first mainstream topic, which I wish Amy was here tonight, because she's the one.
Sorry. So sorry.
She gave us the scoop on this. But apparently, so this part I did know about, which is TrumpRX came out, the prescription drug site that didn't do anything it promised. So if you remember, the story behind that one was that it was supposed to be a government website where people could come in and get discounted drugs and stuff like that. So if you needed a prescription or anything like that, you could get it. The big problem, we got more Patriots fans in the chat. We need to cut that down. Banned.
We're the underdogs. Okay, it was 33 cents for the contract, so we are
underdogs.
The underdog.
Well, yeah, I do suppose the Seahawks I would assess to be the better team. So I mean, good luck on your spread, I guess.
Thank you. I might need it.
Yeah, your defense is good. Your offense is shite. But it does.
You know what? At least we're going this year. I'm excited about that. Last year was very sad.
My team, which that was really sad. So it was promised that's what was promised with TrumpRX. It wasn't that. Basically, it's a site that just links to the company's websites for already available coupons and discounts and, stuff that if you already have insurance. So everything that, TrumpRX was promised turned out to be uh, not what was promised. Shock and surprise. But what Amy had found out was there's been a bit of beef going on between Novo Nordisk and Hims over the use of their drugs. Apparently, in a press release during their earnings, they kind of gave a spat. The action by Hims and Hers is illegal mass compounding that poses a significant risk to patient safety. Basically, Hims makes like what a lot of drugs companies do, where they make a cheaper version of a patented drug with different ingredients, so it doesn't, like, the core compound is still in there. It's like when you go to the store and you have Zyrtec, and then you have the knockoff like Kroger brand Zyrtec that you can get. So that and that's how they are able to deliver a cheaper product. The reason why Zyrtec is so expensive is because they have to pay for the research that went into the drug. The reason Kroger's is cheaper is they basically make a knockoff version of the patent, which requires almost no research, and they can sell it for cheaper. That's basically Novo's problem with Hims, is that they are doing compounding to change the and to be fair to them, it could potentially be unsafe depending on how the compounding is created. But yeah, basically Amy's pointing out that she thinks that it is, sour grapes on Novo's part. But after they lost one of these lawsuits, I guess, Eli Lilly's lawsuit against Willow for the same sort of thing, then we suddenly got and that was a civil lawsuit. Then suddenly the FDA had signaled that it will go after Hims over the weight loss or limited production compound drugs, which would be a win which has been losing share to weight loss rival Eli Lilly, telehealth firms like Hims. So basically, what it sounds like, and there was a huge discount on the TrumpRX website for those drugs. So basically, Amy's thoughts was the reason that this is going on is that TrumpRX made its debut last night with significant discounts for Novo drugs. In exchange for that, the FDA is now going to go after Hims and other companies that are making knockoff versions of or compound substance versions of Novo's drugs. So I wish Amy was here to expound on that more, but I thought it was an interesting theory and to at least get that out there. Did you have any thoughts on it, Platinum?
Not really. I thought that was old news, though, about that they were looking into, like, there was the complaints about the compounding last year.
Yeah, there was. That was the reason why Hims had tanked, but I think it was for a different drug. I can't remember what it was, but yeah. And so now, but those had been civil suits, whereas this is the government actually, it sounds like, is going to step in and do something about it.
Yeah, I mean, who wasn't that the guy who passed out at the press conference? Was the like CEO or whatever of the Novo company? I
have no idea about them passing out at the.
Remember the press? You don't remember the press conference where the
No,
guy,
I don't.
the CEO, passed out during the press conference? Like, it's just an actual joke. Like, this whole entire situation, everything that's happening everywhere. But yeah, during the press conference where they were talking about the stupid Ozempic shit, the guy passed out.
Oh yeah. Okay. So
and then Dr. Oz ran over and like put his feet above his lifted his feet. That's so stupid.
Okay.
But yeah, we can ask Amy about that next week. We don't have to.
We can save it. So where you said that you had put in some Patriots bets, is that normal, like sports gambling, or like what site you do it through?
Robinhood.
Robinhood. Okay. Well, this isn't going to affect you so much, but we talked about briefly before show. Recently there was lawsuits against, what is it, Kalish or whatever it's called? Kalshi, yeah. Now Polymarket is being sued with these. I don't have too much to say on this other than, like, these are all civil class action
unlicensed
complaints
sports betting. No,
about
contracts
illegal
and a prediction
sports
market.
betting.
What?
So my problem here is where is the standing? Shouldn't the standing be with either the state governments or the federal government to prosecute this? I guess I'm having the part I'm struggling with is where civil participants have the ability to enforce these laws if they have standing for that. I assume they have real boy lawyers because it's class action, so they must know what they're doing. But like, I don't know. I don't know. Oh yeah. So, did you get to read this most recent order? I have not gotten to read the whole thing.
Well, I read most of it, and I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but they're pretty much saying that Musk didn't file a 13D when he should have, and continued to buy shares for cheaper than they would should have been, because he was supposed to file that 13D within. I think at that point it was within either 5 or 10 days. Now it's within 2 days of those purchases, and and it got denied.
Yeah, and he filed a bunch of different like ways that he was trying to get around it, like, this is a violation of my First Amendment rights. Like, no. And he made a bunch of basically constitutional claims that the court was just basically like, no, actually, not really. And it's a really good read because it goes into more depth than I have time for tonight. Maybe I'll do it on an extra with a bunch of other cases that I want to read in depth, but we just haven't had time to read them. But like, it's pretty thorough. It's 40 pages, which is why I'm flabbergasted that, well, I mean, I guess I shouldn't be. It's Elon Musk fanboys. We're basically on X talking about how these evil liberal judges are just out to get Elon Musk. Not that, he broke the law. I mean, like, these securities law claims are pretty black and white. Either you did the thing or you didn't do the thing. It's one or the other. It's not a both thing. I don't know if I've seen that. I can't click the link, unfortunately, on the...
I clicked it.
Okay.
Do you want to see it?
Sure.
Okay, hold on.
We'll go out of order if it's meme stock stuff. I don't care.
It's let's see.
Oh yeah, the book thing. It was an excerpt clip from that book, and I don't know if I would call it like, yeah, it's. I'd like to. I don't want to pay him to read the book, but I'd sure like to know what the whole book is and figure out what the heck's going on there.
Oh, I would not like.
Expert of what I've read was pretty stilted and just bad writing, but I don't know if I would.
I mean, a man. Yeah, it's a little. I mean, whatever. People are allowed, I guess, to take creative freedom and things, but it's definitely creepy and strange.
Oh yeah, it feels very much like fanfic power fantasy. Oh, I'm going to be the hero that saves the woman from being raped in an alley, kind of thing. Less that than Michael having rape fantasies. It's childish, but in a different way. And
yeah, the kid love songs were weird too.
That's a different kind of weird. That is a little bit, I think, more malicious than that.
It's all been super weird.
It's definitely someone who has no social awareness. Let's call it that.
There we go. That's good. Yeah.
I'm gonna post this thing, and it seems totally. It's kind of like if someone is like lightly on the spectrum, where they do a thing and don't realize the social ramifications of what they're doing, and when they like it's so like obviously oblivious. Like, why would you make as an adult a song about child love with AI voice actors?
Well, and also, why would you be so obsessed with like this topic? It's just a little strange. But whatever. People are allowed to do whatever they want, I guess.
Also on the Elon topic, SpaceX acquires XAI. The shells, they're all starting to be collected together in one black hole. They like the self-dealing here is just amazing. I even have a meme for it. We each put $20 in the box. I say the box for $30. We both make $10 profit. Infinite money problem. Yeah, I suppose if you don't know how to do math. But yeah. I think that pretty much. Oh. We have one last thing. As our transition from one to the other, I think, is it in here? Or did I put it in the meme stock? Yes, here it is. 1 second here. I just got to find the news article. Go away. That's why. Did you hear that our good friend Ken Griffin is planning on running for public office?
Wow, so shocking. Who could have thought?
Apparently.
Shock and awe.
Well, and he had previous comments where he was talking about how he didn't like Donald Trump for basically making it seem like for businesses to succeed, they basically have to pay off Donald Trump to get what they want. And so that's, I think, is what is the reason for Ken wanting to get in, or at least part of it. Naturally, we got some very baggy responses. Baggy Travis, the OG Baggy Travis, by the way, from AMC. Get the fuck out of here. And I say that with the most New York accent possible. Okay, yeah, sure, whatever. Fuck Ken Griffin. Sure. Investor Turf. Breaking news. Ken Griffin, who faced a petition signed by 20,000 baggies, is now going to be running for government office, as if anyone else cares. But yeah, it's time in the show for baggy stuff. See if I can get this going here. We'll skip over that, and probably save it for next time Amy's on, because as much as I'd love to go over the Fannie and Freddie stuff and Pulte, oh yeah.
Yeah, let's skip all that and save it for Amy.
Yeah. Because I have a feeling she'd be much more energized about it.
Yeah, I don't really give a fuck about Pulte.
Did you see this most recent? Like, I didn't even know about this until I saw it on Meltdown. But did you see this new wannabe Tesla Optimus robot that Faraday Futures as it attempts to skin suit Tesla? I didn't even know this was.
I'm FF
Oh, by the way, it also talked.
Thank you, Super.
Will someone get their car alarm? Really ruining the atmosphere.
What is that? Like, why? Okay.
FF Futurist.
And thank you to everyone here with us today. I'm FF Futurist, a full-size humanoid robot. As a professional robot fluent in more than 50 languages, let me first say hello in a few different ways to our guests here on site and to everyone watching on screen. Hello. Ni hao. Ni hao. Hola.
Amazing. Oh, it went silent after that.
Oh my God. This guy looking around like, can somebody? This is so fucking awkward. Holy shit. This is like an MMTLP press conference right now. Like, this is literally like, we saved 30 minutes for Q&A. Does he just die right there? Oh, he's walking away.
Yeah, probably because he's being commanded to, since he malfunctioned so hard.
Oh my god. This is so awkward.
Why did we get the different camera angle here? What's going on, boys?
So they can see how many people are cringing.
So we can, or the guys that are like watching their phone kind of give
Live
up on
cringe.
this whole thing.
What is happening? Why is he just stumbling around now?
I think it's completely malfunctioned and they have no control over it.
Oh my god.
Starts clapping awkwardly, yeah.
Shy from time to time. That was a very cool introduction. Hi.
That's not how I would have classified that.
Yikes.
Reskin Optimus with performance to match. Oh, Tony's got some DD for
Faraday
us.
YouTube channel video of this event. They dubbed the audio to cover up.
Oh!
So deaf people don't even know what happened here.
Thank you so
Yikes.
much, Tony. Can you put a link to that in the chat so I can come back to it later? Oh my god.
That was like, this is like Mullen level, like mirror falling off the car level.
Right. Yes. or when Elon threw the fucking metal ball into the windshield and of the Cybertruck and it broke. Oh my goodness.
Pluton
amazing.
No, he's too tall.
Oh my goodness. The robosuit is too tall.
Yeah.
I have a problem here. I was going to go check out oilfieldservice.ai's website to see the latest about, Josh Cohen, but there seems to be a problem here. Yeah, I refresh. It's still down. I
Did
wonder
Faraday end up going bankrupt, or because I know their shares kind of went up and then
No, they haven't gone bankrupt. Faraday Future.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's
Yeah, I honestly forgot about Faraday too.
before we get into shitco oil season, let's see. It's FFAI, right?
FFIE, I think.
IE.
Isn't it?
Yeah, so apparently they haven't gone bankrupt yet, but their stock ain't doing so
Do a
well.
1 year. Yeah, let's see. Oh my. Do a 5 year. Oof.
Wow, that's some Mullen level charting right there.
Oof.
I mean, not quite Mullen, but like
Only down 100%, no biggie.
only. Just only. They've done a
They
few
go down from
reverse
here, right, guys?
since 2021.
Oh my
Let's hear.
god.
Faraday Future launches 3 series of robots in Las Vegas at annual NADA show.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
And they got a 10 million equity investment agreement. So more dilution on the way, guys. Stay tuned. But back to Josh. Apparently him and Oil Mutt have just been going back and forth at it all week.
All year, one would say.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is a new year. So, yeah, you could say all
Exactly.
year. Some of the other oil people are starting to get involved, though, with that story. Apparently, oh, yeah, this one was so apparently he has a bunch of dead oil wells that Texas is starting to give out to him about with him. This obviously is from the Railroad Commission website. And it looks like that they are basically have got hearings and legal enforcements against a lot of his wells. There is a Twitch spam bot that I'm going to have to get rid of. Ban. And then that I didn't want to do. And then there was a couple more I want to say over here. Yes. 17 more from the Texas Railroad Commission. Let's see here. And I think that's pretty much it as far as his oh no, sorry, found a few more that they had to plug. So this was exactly what we were concerned about, was the obligation to plug some of these shitty wells that he paid millions of dollars from. As Oil Mutt says, they're 25 million. So things not looking so hot there. Delaware Sandman was even pointing out that like what they were doing may not necessarily be required. So if the well is pumping off, which means the pump is working, fine, no need to pull it. More concerned, their thing is there is not a drop of oil to be seen. They need to change the packing instead of tightening the stuffing box. Who is making these recommendations to you? So yeah, so it's not just like the finances of the company. It's not just, you know, questionable deals. Like there is some concerns even of technical stuff that's going on, the cleanup process, their regulatory controls, where, you know, now Texas regulators are starting to step in, and of course, you know, the vendors. You remember, Platinum, when you so famously talked about the banana stand. Well, apparently someone tried to punch him out of the banana stand. I don't know if you saw those DMs. We're still pending video evidence of this happening, but apparently someone found Josh at a gas station, and there was a bit of a punch up. Didn't seem too serious because allegedly, according to Josh, we'll give him his side. He didn't. He said he took a photo, like video, right after the fight, and apparently there was no injury. So maybe it was more pride wounded than facial wounding. But apparently, some of the people that he owes money to down in Texas are not happy with him and are willing to seek him out and start fights in, you know, gas station parking lots. Not a great situation to have. See, yeah, solidarity with Platt. Oh wait, oh well. You see, you know, even-handed. Fuck the Patriots, but yeah,
Buy the dip, trust bro, buy the dip.
oh yeah, and then we also have some people coming in from the oil side that basically saying he owes every service company in West Texas money. Again, that's unverified, so take that however you will. We did learn more information though on one of our favorite baggies. Kevin Malone finally unloaded his quantum position. A lot of it.
Not all of it.
Right. He went from, what was it, 27%?
27.5%.
7.5% down to a little under 10%. That could not have been good for his investors based on what we know of his buy points. We don't know where his sell points, though, is the problem. He was very detailed about telling everyone where he bought at. But
he only did a couple 13Ds, but he's changed back to 13G after that.
Which is really weird because 13G is supposed to be if you're not planning on trying to influence the company, correct?
Exactly.
But wasn't he begging and basically demanding and threatening for a board seat?
Yeah, publicly. That's what he was doing. And then also on his last ADV form, he has that quantum listed as non-investment and how he is helping the board with their market manipulation lawsuit, yada, yada. So that would sound like control.
But how can it be non-investment if he basically bagged his own client? I'm very confused about all of his disclosure statements. They seem very contradictory, don't you think?
It is a little weird. Yeah.
Yeah. Something the SEC might want to look into.
Yeah, let me show you.
Yeah, go ahead and pull those up while I get ready for their next.
Is this the one? Hold on. Individual. This one, I think. Here we go.
Come on.
See this one? Okay, here it is. Right here. Non-investment related. So in other words, control related.
Huh. But then why? But then you would have to file a 13D, then not a 13G.
You would think, right? But you know, if you don't want to, I guess, disclose yourselves or whatever, you just do whatever you want.
You just do whatever you want. Yeah, yeah. The SEC definitely will not file, civil charges over that kind of
They
thing.
don't care.
Most definitely not. Anyway, so we got a new posting from Kavico. I had a discussion back and forth about this one this morning. I accidentally checked GNS. Sorry. It's really hard to keep up with all of Malone's scam codes that he's involved with. But I corrected it down here a little bit. There we go. QNTM. So he says, for no reason at all, I was thinking about Canadian securities law that requires a holder of more than 10% of a class to issue a news release and file a CEDAR plus report immediately each time ownership decreases by 2%. Penalties can be served, including disgorgement of loss avoided. Shareholders could sue. Man, can't think of anyone who's ever done that. Oh, wait, where did these SEC filings come from? Those were the ones that we had seen earlier of him going from 27.4% down to 9.8. Oopsies. But that's not all, kiddos, because he also mentioned 15 USC section 80B-3, registration of investment advisors. Under E8, security advisors who have been found by a foreign financial regulatory authority to have made or caused to be made any application for registration or report required to be filed with a foreign securities authority or in any proceeding before a foreign securities authority with respect to registration, any statement that was at the time and in light of the circumstances under which it was made false or misleading with respect to any material fact, or has omitted to state in any application or report to a foreign securities authority any material fact that is required to be stated therein, violated any foreign statute or regulatory regulation regarding transaction in securities or contract of sales of a commodity for future delivery traded on or subject to the rules of a contract market or any bond or trade, aided, abetted, consulted, commanded. Basically, if you help someone do the same above, you're still legally liable according to securities law in the United States, which means that even if Kevin Malone is like, oh, well, Canadian securities law doesn't apply to me because I'm an American. Actually, since it's a Canadian issuer of shares in a Canadian company, and if they hold you liable, then the SEC can hold you liable, Mr. Malone. Oops. So, I'm hoping, Platinum, you might have more on this one. Something about the monthly progress report from Quantum, and that they've apparently issued more shares.
Well, they had an active ATM, so that's why. And then they have to do that because they also file in Canada.
Funny.
Looks like the company and Malone are both making
dumping.
money. Shareholders are left holding the bag.
Yeah, usually how that works.
Mm-hmm.
Usually how that works, unfortunately.
Yeah, like VenCap, offloading while running a DRS competition is diabolical. I mean, it really is. Like, you want to talk about market manipulation?
Oh, GNS offloading. DNS. Wait, I thought
Quantum.
it was Quantum was also doing the same thing. A DRS.
He was doing it with
somebody
else. Remember?
Right. It was him independent of the company, unlike with GNS, where it was the company offering to pay shareholders Bitcoin if they DRS.
God, that's right. Yeah.
Again, man, it's hard to keep these shitty fucking scam codes straight because they all do the same fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of fucking sad. So I kind of wonder with Quantum if they have any loans in the same manner being backed, because they have some Bitcoin, don't they, as well?
Do they?
Not as much as GNS does. I could have sworn that they said that they had some Bitcoin. Either way,
they have Quantum as GNS shares, which is hilarious.
I bet that's working out really well for them.
I think at like $1, I want to say either $1.40 or $1.20, one of the two.
Right.
I can't remember which one.
I wonder if Quantum also still has their GameStop shares. What did they buy those at under Malone?
Oh, I don't even know.
So I want to say it was like when it was like 27 or something like that.
Let me go look. Um, 2000 on July 22nd, 2025. It doesn't say their cost basis. It just says they got them in July.
Okay. Well, we can roughly guess. Like, so they got them in July.
July 22nd.
If we can figure that out. Come on, Weeble.
Oh, it says here, purchased 2,000 shares for a total of 48. So it's $23.55 per share. Look at that. They're not even down.
Okay, so yeah, they're not doing.
Everyone should have just bought GameStop. Stop on all that stupid shit.
Pump Platinum's bags.
Yes, please. Thank you.
But what we're talking about here is that, recently crypto took a bit of a spill down the stairs, and apparently GNS had to sell some of their
Speaking
Bitcoin
of bags,
at a loss to cover their loan to de-risk because Bitcoin went from what in the low 90s all the way down to the lowest they were touching the 60 handle, almost trying to go below it before it bounced up to what is that, like 68 again now or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. But did you see that the way that I think it was the day before this, Matt put out a tweet about how Basile in the court hearing said that they had to get rid of most of their Bitcoin, and I'm like, are they ever going to disclose that? And then the next day we get a 6K like disclosing,
which is weird because if I remember correctly, those hearings, let me check on my YouTube channel because I posted one of them and I didn't realize, because there was 2 links and I didn't realize that they were 2 different hearings. So I still need to work on getting that second hearing up, the one that he was talking about. The one I had put up was one about the stay on the arbitration, being able to the stay to be able to sell shares based on the arbitration and the ability to vote. And let me see, when was that hearing? That hearing was on January 20th. And they just when did they post that disclosure? That was on the February 6th.
6th, yeah.
So, don't you have don't you have to? What's the
5
SEC
days.
regulations for?
Well, an 8K is like 5 days. I don't know.
Well, that sure seems like
They're
more
like-
than 5 days.
Yeah, I don't know. They do 6Ks, so I don't even know.
Because that's like 3 weeks. They disclosed that to the court on Thursday, January 20th. The 6th of this week would have been Friday. That's literally 3 weeks. It's over 3 weeks. Almost. 2. It's 2 weeks and 3 days. Sorry, I was looking at something weird. So like it's a pretty long time to wait to inform your shareholders that, and they might have had to sell, because it says in response to market conditions between, oh, I see how they're saying it. Well, we were selling all the way from December 29th all the way up to the 6th, so we can let you guys know on the 6th, right? That's pretty scummy. Whatever. Yeah, and that's more that they were pledging.
Yeah, I mean, they even said in their investor presentation for the year that they were pledging Bitcoin towards a loan because they had to, I think they had to repay some back or whatever because they were transferring their Bitcoin from the US to wherever they are.
Mm-hmm. Singapore
or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Which should be your first indication that things may not be on the up and up.
Yeah.
I don't know how this got out of order here, but apparently Kevin Malone was giving out that the board of directors hadn't purchased a single share, and it's now at $4. He says while dumping in the background prior to this.
Yeah.
Like the cheek of someone. Why aren't you guys buying shares? Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Yeah. Like now it matters. I mean, they haven't been buying shares ever since. I mean, when you were on the board, they weren't buying shares, but now it matters because they don't want you.
Yeah. So, do we know what the whole situation is? Is how much money he made off of his payments, like selling? How much of the shares that he got as his payment for his grifting, and then how much, because Matt here says Kevin received 30K shares and reported only owning 16K in June 11th. So he must have sold 14 sometime last year. So he would have pocketed 215K, not an unsizable sum, then received 60K shares near the end of June. Kevin's filing suggests he sold 12K shares in September 4th, so he could have pocketed an additional 168K depending on where he sold those shares. One could argue he still has 64K shares that were given to him from QNTM. Those are currently worth $265, $250,000 for literally nothing but being a scumbag on the internet. Amazing. And he's already made, like, from what he sold, another, a little over another $250,000. So conservative estimate for his earnings is setting around 600K. So a little over $500,000. Well done. I wish I could get $500,000 for, well, actually, I wouldn't be.
I would never.
Like that on
it's
the
not
internet,
worth the
so,
money.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
it's
like
definitely not.
my own moral compass is worth far more than you could possibly try and bribe me with. Anyway, off to something funner. This is the only thing I have for Beyond Me. It's completely silly. Is it true that Kevin Malone made more selling gifted QNTM shares than his company is making profits?
Well,
I mean,
yes. Since they have no revenue.
yeah, that tweet about where he was giving
Oof.
out about Adam Aaron last week.
That's funny.
Yeah. Kevin Malone is a complete douchebag. Did you? I haven't gotten to listen to it yet, but did you get to hear that space that they did? That space where they all sounded like that they were high on weed and basically guffawing about how they were the OGs in the meme stock world, him and a bunch of other people, and I guess one of the former GameStop DD people, the House of Cards DD guy or something.
Oh my
like
God,
that.
yeah. So I listened to a few minutes of that, but it wasn't like a normal Malone space where he just is like, and just, yammers on about absolute nonsense. Like they were actually talking about, a stock that trades and have things going on.
Right, because a lot of them are trying to rebrand into GameStop since, they've pretty much burned bridges everywhere else, or the company that they were covering is dead.
That account who, is invested into GameStop is actively looking into the whole, Bed Bath & Beyond theories that are completely untrue and debunking them as he goes along, which is just hilarious to watch.
Oh, yeah, we'll get to that when we get to the Bed Bath & Beyond, because I've got a couple of those posts that have materialized.
It's so funny because he is like super open to like whatever, right? Like he doesn't care, like it can go either way, but he's like, oh, this is not right. I'm like, oh, you're gonna watch out. You can't say that.
So what you're a big fan of Beyond Meat. What do you think about the idea of Beyond Meat?
Hold on. So I am a big fan of the actual product. I am not a big fan of the stock.
Right. Just to clarify.
Yeah, let's just say that. And okay, their drinks, when I saw that they had come out with these drinks, I think that's a huge miss. It's so stupid. No one's looking for a Beyond Meat drink. Vegan ice cream. So they already make Ben & Jerry's vegan ice cream. So
well, I think that's what that
already exists.
Know how it is when you get bagged in a stock, you suddenly come up with these ideas that clearly the company has never thought about.
Well, not only that, but clearly this person isn't even a vegetarian because they would already know that Ben & Jerry's already has non-dairy ice cream.
Right.
Like, what's the point of we want a burger ice cream? That's disgusting. You want some, like, sausage ice cream? That's gross. Exactly. It's nasty.
Because, right, Beyond Meat gives you the wrong idea about the ice cream.
Yeah, nobody wants a burger ice cream. That's gross.
I don't know. Maybe there's a market for that.
I mean,
really small.
Potentially, yeah. But I'm not eating fake cheeseburger ice cream. No, thank you.
Right. So we were promised something this week that I'm
Merger
very
Monday?
disappointed that we were denied. Yeah, for Monday. We got swerved. Someone came out and swerved us.
I mean, he already had his couple of interviews or whatever, right? He talked to Wall Street Journal and said, I'm going to do a very, very, very big whatever the fuck that he's going to do. And, markets have never seen it before. And it looks like whatever, this is just my opinion, is that Charles Payne probably sent over the questions that he was planning to ask, and Ryan probably ran it by his lawyers, and they were probably like, you can't answer this, or blah, 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 whatever. So he probably couldn't go into as much detail, I'm guessing, as he would have liked. And so...
Well, and part of my problem is one way or the other, this conversation, whether you want to lean more towards it was Ryan Cohen's fault or Charles's part, but usually you, in your explanation, you send those questions before you make the announcement or something along those lines, rather than telling people you're going to have an interview and then, oops, actually, if you lean more to Charles, it's self-promotional. He did it simply to get clicks. Or if you lean more to Ryan Cohen's side, he never had any, intention of doing the interview. This was just to pump the stock, blah, 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 blah. But it just feels very...
Yeah, who knows what happened, really? I mean, I'm just guessing that's probably... Because he already did the interview, right? Like, he already did one that was pretty vague. Like, is he going to do another super vague interview, or...
That's kind of been his style.
I know, right? Well, yeah, I mean, it's more... definitely more forward guidance than we've ever gotten.
That's pretty fair.
I mean, I'm pretty excited to see what happens. I have no idea what's going to happen.
Yeah. I'm just kind of interested to see if they even actually like do anything or what they do, because
Oh, they better do something. I mean, don't just
there's
like
so
say you're
much-
going to do something, then not do anything. That would be crazy.
my problem is I don't like, even if, unless they really hit it out of the park or do something really like, because you're reaching the part of the reason why I believe that Valve will never release a Half-Life 3. You know, you've left people so on the edge of their seats waiting for this thing to happen. I mean, Ryan Cohen's been basically running the company for how many years now? And it's been 5 years since the original Squeeze. It's like, what sort of deal are you going to need to do to basically get people re-energized into the company? And unless you do something, I think all this hype is kind of backed him into a corner, if you know what I'm saying.
No, I feel like the hype is so, I was talking on a space to somebody, and he brought up a good point where he thinks that like the hype is probably part of the deal, right? Like if he's planning to do some sort of like an equity deal, right, it would make sense to have the stock at a higher price.
Right.
So who knows? Maybe that is part of the plan. I guess we'll find out.
Right.
Or not, right?
Right. Or, whatever. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, it's really, really something totally different because he's not usually like that. He doesn't usually say anything, never mind something good. Well, yeah. I mean, that is the clear top contender for what's going to happen.
Obviously. If it's a little on/off topic, but if we're talking about GameStop, we have to make one stop.
Oh boy.
Here we go. I'll make sure to turn the audio on this time.
Speaking about someone and their personal, speaking about my wife, my children.
Oh, well, I guess Reddit said you don't.
You draw the line, kid. You already crossed it 100 times over. Don't worry. I have GameStop shares. I have a large position. You don't.
A large position compared to what? Like who? Like maybe the average person, but like materially, his position ain't that large in the grand scheme of things. And also, I love that he's giving out about all these things that he's himself has done, like make fun of other people and their personal lives and attack them personally for them or their appearance or their decisions, rather than just stick to the facts about the company or things like that. It's just Marantz is such a weird character of a big ball of hypocrisy, to be quite frank. Can't wait for mystery protein ice cream. Mystery protein.
Delicious.
A more iconic duo. Batman and Robin.
I believe what I believe, and I can prove it. Wrote a book, made some videos, got a
You didn't write a book. You had AI write a book for you. All right, we'll be done with that. I will say that if Marantz isn't the most horrible character in this saga, his Discord is right up there. Where I don't know who needs to hear this, but GameStop's about to explode all over Tony De Niro's face. Oh, fucking middle school fucking level insults. Also, isn't Tony? You're still in the comment section, right, Tony? You're long GameStop, right? Like last I checked.
I think he is.
Yeah, like this.
Or at least, I mean, he was.
Yeah, this is what like makes me laugh every single time. Is just like the level of pettiness. Unless you believe exactly how and like Marantz and his degenerate followers believe, then you just must be the most horrible person ever to exist. And he will even backstab those people, as we found out from interactions from, what was it now, like 2 years ago, where he basically recorded that conversation in your guys' Discord.
Oh,
You
yeah.
guys were talking with Ian Carroll,
Mhm.
Long Jimmy, and the Warrants. Yep. So now we're to the Bed Bath & Beyond section of this. So first of all, apparently meet up with Phantom Black, Jake 2B, so Sal 2B, and Kevin Malone. To be determined how that one works out.
I hope they have it. I have a feeling they might not after seeing that he's caught on so quickly. But
to their bullshit.
Right. But maybe they do have it. And I would listen to it for sure.
Yeah. I'll have to.
It's gonna be funny.
Let's see this one here. So can someone explain to me why Bed Bath & Beyond is still relevant? Shareholders have no claim to current assets. So what am I missing? Can someone send me confirmation that Ryan Cohen is a creditor? Can we, Platinum? You are the queen of the bankruptcy docket. Isn't he a creditor because of the lawsuits? That's the reason.
He's a co-debtor because of the lawsuit.
Yeah.
Not a
so
creditor. So he didn't file a claim, right? So even if he was a creditor, it doesn't matter because he didn't file a claim. Not only that, but he's listed as a bypassed recipient, which he has been listed as a bypassed recipient for years. So that means that he's not actually getting these notices and doesn't care enough to update his information. Yeah. So who cares? But it's so funny.
It's like when what was it? That one that had USD coin that like apparently went bankrupt, and like I would get bankruptcy filings, and then since I didn't respond to them, I'm sure I'm on their list of bypassed recipients because I just I had like a couple dollars in the account after cleaning it out when I was done dealing with crypto. So like I didn't feel like whatever, just go give my $2 to someone else. I don't care.
Yeah. But like look at this, like his reason for why it's still relevant and that, you know, who cares that shareholders have no claim to current assets is, PP sub gets nuked. Then same night, RC releases Teddy Volume 2. I mean, once you read that, you should just know that clearly they're getting cash plus equity. Like, hello. What else do you need?
Like, that has to be such like main character syndrome thing I have ever heard of. Why would you ever put, like, even if true, why would you put that on a fucking list of things?
They're all almost about him, okay? Pulte backed PP show and BBBY community a lot. RC would only interact with Bill during this time on X. Larry Chang attended the PP show, a formal Bobby talk show. DFE used the PP show intro music. Backstage RC.
When did DFE use the PP show? What?
And one of his memes, he like had a similar like music theme. It's like royalty free music.
Right, exactly. YouTube has a whole list of once you become a paid creator or whatever, part of the partner program, you can use the royalty free music, and everybody uses it. Almost everybody, because it's free.
Right. Knowles are preserved. They're not preserved. And then Bobbies will have their reckoning. Like, well, that's a reason why that shareholders should have a claim.
Yeah, citation needed.
Current assets. So that's the other part about that question is he says shareholders have no claim to current assets. Well, there are literally zero current assets. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm not going over that list.
Look at the first thing he says. Voluntary chapter, like as if
irrelevant.
Ooh, like that matters. Voluntary Chapter 11 filed in April 2023 at short notice on a Sunday. Okay, maybe short notice for you, but the filings let you know in advance it was happening, months in advance.
Right.
Debtors are in court Monday with hundreds of pages prepared. Like, no shit.
That's how that works. Like, if you think that they just file and just walk in on the first day hearing, you're like, yo, judge, what's up? Just like, what's going on? It's like, I don't know. It's a mystery to me why we filed for bankruptcy.
Like, he doesn't even, 6th Street keep piling millions to retain dip priority. Actually, what they did was they let them borrow $40 million in order to roll up $20 million to be in front of everybody, to be in front of administrative claims, all the claims. So that's what they did there with the dip financing. But like this guy doesn't even know what that means.
Well, now.
Look, Ryan Cohen posts a photo with Carl Icahn. Okay, yeah, so that matters.
Yeah, absolutely. Then let's see here. Very helpful. Appreciate the content. Space later. Sounds good. Okay.
Yeah, so I mean that space should be great because everything is just like so obvious at this point. It's just crazy that these people are still trying to hype this shit up.
So last week, I think we dealt with the whole, or was it? It was the tail end after the show. Let me see if I can find it. Did I not get it up here? I bet I didn't. Oh yeah, here it is. Sorry, I did not get this up. Usually, there we go. So tail end of last week into this week, we had the whole, oh my God, Michael Burry says that we'll get our money and shares, and not really what he said, but
yeah, that's not what he said. Like
I
he got
left
asked
it kind
a
of
question.
vague, and that was my
He got asked a very loaded question here, like, oh, he's still listed at and he responds as, you know how many people like tagged me on posts about this? They're like, no, are you gonna fight with Burry now? And I'm just like, I'll just wait and see when he clarifies.
How do you
this.
read it? Because I would agree that it is a loaded question, but how he handled it was not exactly great.
Okay, so how I read it was, this is gonna be fake, right? And I actually DM'd someone that I know pays for his Substack and asked him to check to see if that was really a comment that he wrote, because I was like, he couldn't, like, what? But I mean, obviously he's not following it, and he's just basing his answer based on the question, like, obviously. And then he later clarified on Twitter that exactly what
Skipping ahead in the script, but
just
yeah.
saying.
So a lot of us, just all we had was this context and the reply, and we were like, wow. So Burry just kind of like,
yeah, because I'm like, what is he talking about, right? Like if he was actually following it, this would make no sense, but clearly he's not following it.
And so basically Reaper, Gorilla Meat had a post, and then I piled in, and then some other people eventually piled in, and we finally got a response back from Michael Burry. Haha, I believe I said I don't see a way for that to work. In any event, it's not my opinion that the thesis about nulls somehow works.
Because
so he took that back, and immediately the baggies were making all sorts of excuses about how that is totally. Now this was great.
I mean, you get a Shelly or YouTube if that's your only income, right?
Right. But Michael Burry is most definitely not fucking coming on here.
Not even a chance.
Not even once. But
if he did, though, I would definitely watch it because that would be hilarious. Also,
you know what would be really great? Could you since you are the queen of sending out feelers and getting people on the show magically, could you send one out to Marcus Lemonis and see if he'll come on to pretty much dunk on Baggy on the bed bath stuff? Darn.
Because like public company, I don't know, it would just probably be dicey.
I'm sure, but it would be funny.
And he already does that and has done that. I mean, go into the archives. He's there.
Every time they show up in one of his spaces, and he basically just like the bully dunking the kid in the fucking pool. And he does it completely professionally. That's the fun part about it. Like he kills them with kindness.
Yeah.
In those spaces. So apparently we had a Bruce sighting by OK Bets. I'm not super familiar, and then he just kind of disappeared. Well, this I think is. I
think he tried to scam Eileen, him and his dad or whatever. Right?
Yeah, I think that's what you're talking about. I guess it's cool that you stole 3,000.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
Then we get. I should have just saved this for stupid tweet of the week, but. Because this one thing happened, obviously this ridiculous thing that I'm suggesting must be able to happen too.
Oh my God.
It's just it's a windmill of stupidity. So DJT for some reason in Trump Media Group and GameStop and Chewy and Beyond,
What?
the artist formerly known as Overstock and IEP, and what the fuck is NWL?
Wait, and why is BYON up there? That was their old ticker.
You know, great question.
Nobody knows.
Oh, because the original and probably context for this is from June 2025.
Okay. What difference does that make? Was that before they took over the ticker?
Might have been.
I
Yeah,
want to vote a handful of
MMTLP
MMTLP bad actors off the island. Plaque, get a vote started. I like that. I think I was the deciding vote for Jack deserving to be poor. All right, Jay Brown. You got that. Oh, very
Off
bullish on Teddy.
off the island. No. We're sending them to MMTLP Island to be with the rest of their friends, Jeffrey and Rich Fucker and Houston Wade. The island is there to separate them from the rest of us. Think of it like Alcatraz. Anyway. So, as we mentioned last time, the crypto crash intensified greatly. It's back up to like 69,000. I just checked, which is fucking ridiculous considering how hard the tumble was on. What was that? Thursday or Friday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so, however, how'd that work out? For MicroStrategy or strategy or whatever the fuck.
I mean, the Bitcoin, that was only up to February 1st, right? Or when was it until? I think it was not even February, though. I think it was actually to 2025. Yeah. So it's only up to December 31st, 2025.
So this was
that
like, that doesn't even count how bad the bad is for these guys.
Right, because during their presentation, they were talking about, I don't even remember, but it was like a $5 billion less than what it was when they had reported in December. So I don't know, not great.
Yeah, operating loss of
17.4 billion
for the fourth quarter.
17.4 billion.
Oh, compared to an operating loss from the previous quarter. Yeah, so they lost. Oh yeah, from that same quarter the previous year. Wow.
Right.
Woo.
Exactly. And look, if you look at my tweet, that was 1 year prior that I tweeted that. The new reporting standards.
We'll make
I'm
it
like,
seem
well,
like
I mean, it's going to make it, seem like they have an income when it's up and then add to losses when it's down. And then, oh, gee golly, look what happened.
Yeah. When you have to market as income, your Bitcoin bags. Another one from the r/stocks on Reddit. I'm not going to switch it over. Just going to read it here. It says, MicroStrategy earning numbers. I seriously gagged when they came out. Operating loss, like you said, 17.4 billion. Operating losses for the fourth quarter of 2025 includes an unrealized loss on the company's digital assets. Yeah. Estimated
17.4 billion. Yeah.
Yeah. Reported earnings negative 42.93 share.
Not great.
Oh my goodness. Well, we have plenty of time for the roundup subjects, and we might actually still keep this under 2 hours. Who knows? A bit of something that I was not expecting was the ruling in the, well, I mean, if you'd followed the through line on the NASDAQ one, this is kind of a foregone conclusion, but I still like both of those baffle me on the moving it to Nevada. But I want to make also perfectly clear that doesn't mean that this is decided and suddenly Metamaterials is going to get all the discovery at once. They're still going back and forth on that. in the bankruptcy, which also they've decided the like weird discovery laws in Nevada are not applicable, and the judge made a filing separate from the others, an order basically like stop talking about it. I don't want to fucking hear about it anymore. It's already been decided, and it's not applicable to this, so stop talking about it. But hasn't ruled on anything else. I think have we gotten the trustees' response yet? I don't think we have. I think that's the end of this month. And then after that, there should be a response again from Citadel and Virtu and all of them to the motion in support of their motion to quash. So, or the further briefing that the judge had asked for. So we're still a long ways out. I don't think that scheduling order will be concluded until March. And even then, there's no guarantee that the judge is going to get around to it anytime soon. So that'll be interesting, especially with now NASDAQ and FINRA being sent to Nevada to add to this entire clusterfuck of stupidity. Any thoughts on the progress so far?
I mean, we'll see what happens. Yeah, did you see AABB has a lawsuit against market?
Yes, we covered that a couple shows ago.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did talk about it. And Eri, not only that, we did play the boats and hose video.
Yeah, that I haven't seen any updates on it yet. I should probably check on it again. I may have an extra when there's a new filing, but like that's just absolutely silly. This company has diluted shareholders into oblivion. They're on the OTC markets for a reason. What the fuck? That lawsuit is silly. We do have some things to talk about in the realm of AMC. So I wasn't going to bring a whole lot of this up, but apparently there's a Simmons lawsuit 2.0. If you remember the Delaware court days, you know that shortly after the settlement had happened, one of the ape shareholders basically, cried to the Delaware court that this settlement's unfair because we didn't get any the bargain of our deal because, they got this settlement shares and everything, and that ruined what we were promised by AMC. And it's like tough noogies, because what AMC did was technically not allowed under Delaware law because they basically fucked over their shareholders' voting rights. And Delaware basically laughed the lawsuit out of the Delaware Court of Chancery. I'm pretty sure it was dismissed. But he refiled in federal court, so it'll be fun, I guess, to see how that goes. But apparently our good friend Ethan had been trying to get a hold of Dude Bro's lawyer because it's a class action lawsuit on behalf of anyone who was holding ape. So let's let her rip. I wanna see where I put it up at 1.7 speed. I'm gonna try and turn up the audio on my end and see if that helps. Because he's really soft. Let me know, Platinum, if it's still too soft, and I'll try and mess with it on the restream side. I know that won't help you, but it might help our viewers.
Good evening. Today is February 7th, 2026, 8:22 p.m. My name is Ethan, and welcome to AMC Lawsuits and Justice.
Yeah, it's still kind of low.
Okay, let me see if I can boost it here. So I don't want to blow out my ears. I got headphones in. Does this help?
Tonight I want to give you notice with regards to the Robert Simons versus AMC Entertainment lawsuit.
Attorney Frank still low, but I mean, I can hear it.
Into the text message, it's a simple one. For those who haven't watched recent videos, if you go to the channel, go to videos. This is the first video with regards to this playlist for tracking the lawsuit. If you watch the video and you go into the case 20, if you go into the summary, you could find there's 3 hyperlinks. One is to track the lawsuit. You can track it on Pacer Monitor.
Dude, you're clearly doing this from OBS. Like, fucking CapCut is not that expensive, and you can get some free video editing software. Just splice it in. Like, just a little effort. Just a little.
I mean, can't you just do, like, can't you just choose your microphone as audio and make it so it sounds better.
Or on you also on OBS, you can also disable desktop sound so it doesn't play back the audio while you're trying to talk. That's another option.
I'll open it up, and then there's a link. Who is Frank Iacono, the attorney? I'm going to open that link as well. And then finally, there's a document saved in the cloud, which is the operative complaint. We'll go over it quickly for those who want to read it. Let's go with the first tab that I opened. This is the lawsuit. You can go to pacermonitor.com, type in the docket number or the case.
If you're going to do it like this, just do a live stream.
As you can see, the last entry was what we discussed on the previous video, January 30th, 2026, where the summons and the complaint was service was affected on the following person who accepted service or filing answer. And that's a photo of him. Let's go back again. He's filing this, and he was long AMC, and he was hoping for the settlement to go through so he could be profitable in the trade. So anyway, he went to Harvard. This is where he practices, allegedly in New York. This is the address. And
allegedly.
I used this phone number that was also saved on the docket, which is Simons versus AMC. You can go to parties, and his contact info is saved there. So I placed the call and text, and we'll go over that shortly. You can see what the cause of action is.
This is what I get for pulling up a video that I haven't gotten the chance to watch because it dropped literally minutes before the live stream, and just realized it's mostly him rambling about the same shit he rambled on about in his previous two videos.
There's jurisdiction and venue. Then you can see, I think, number 18.
Got it. Okay, dude, you talked to the guy. What did he tell you? And what did you tell him? Like, get to the fucking point. We're 4 minutes in and you still haven't found it yet.
Let's scroll down, and then the prayer for relief. So now let's go over. I reached out to several other shareholders I'm friendly with.
Thank God, Jesus Christ.
Let's go down to his now text. As you can see, I reached out to him in good faith on December 30th of 2025 at around 10:09 a.m. This is after I left him a voicemail. So first I left him a voicemail, then I texted him. I said, Frank, it's Ethan, call me when you get a chance. Later in the afternoon, I said, what's the story with the class action lawsuits? And so an hour and 25 minutes later, I sent this text. Then I waited the following week. I said, what's the story with the class action lawsuit? And then I said to him, if I don't hear from you, I will file a letter with the court. And then tonight at around 7:35 p.m., he said, I received your messages. As of now, I can't say anything more than what the complaint is about. And that's where we're at today. Another couple shareholders that I'm friendly with got the same message a couple minutes later after I received it. So that's where we're at right now. Now, mind you, the reason I reached out is because the judge instructed him. Let's go back to the docket. Docket entry number 7 and 8. 7, he didn't comply with the order of judge's instructions by a deadline. So she then set a new deadline for him to publish the class action lawsuit and give people, other ape holders, notice that a class action lawsuit was filed. Anyway, I will patiently wait and track this lawsuit and give people updates. That's it for today.
Okay.
Well, we learned nothing. Amazing. Nothing was learned.
We're somehow stupider after watching that.
Like, I get partially what he's saying there, that dude bro needs to, what the judge basically said, he needs to post notice. It's like what happened with these other class action lawsuits where the reason we found out about the quantum one is because they posted notice to basically be like, hey, we have a person who filed the lawsuit, but if anyone wants to challenge for lead plaintiff, here's your opportunity, and all that stuff. But that still hasn't happened yet, and it still needs to happen, which is more reason that I think this lawsuit's going nowhere. It's like the one in Delaware that was filed already crashed and burned. Like, this federal lawsuit is an exercise in nothing, just nothing. Especially when state court has already litigated the matter. Federal courts are never too particularly happy when Daddy told me no. Will mommy tell me yes? And Ethan should know that because he tried to do that once already. So we got an update in the X-Dude lawsuit versus Interactive Brokers Group. An order from the court. Basically, Dude Bro is still trying to find a lawyer, so they kicked the date out to the 18th for him to find a new lawyer. It's going to be really interesting, really sad for a lot of baggy promoters who promoted this thing. If this just dies because he pissed off his former counsel so much that they basically walked out on him, and the lawsuit gets dismissed for him not having legal counsel. We do get an update also in the Ritz v. Genius Group lawsuit, where the tables have been turned, and now it's the Genius Group and et al. That's getting sued. They filed a motion to strike, not the entire complaint, but I guess there was, let me see here, there was one paragraph, I think, Yeah, paragraph 46 of the complaint makes an allegation concerning his personal life, and they are wanting that removed. What is it? Yeah, I hadn't checked this. Let's go look at the complaint. Paragraph 46. What are they mad about being in there? Similar tactics have been used by Matteo before, who was criminally prosecuted in Poland for making vicious, ungrounded, and defamatory accusations against her ex-husband as part of their separation. So they're bringing the divorce papers into fucking court. I didn't even notice that when I read the original complaint. Did you know defendant in a divorce proceedings had made unfounded claims about her ex-husband? Wow. Okay, yeah. I'll give them that. That I strain to see how that needs to be in that complaint. What about you, Frank?
Oh, more dirty laundry. Let's go.
Yeah, all the dirty laundry.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let's grab some of the stuff here. No, that's. Oh, yeah. I hear that you're now, unlike Marantz, you don't have AI write articles for you, but you do write articles sometimes or participate in the creation of them. Do you want to give us maybe a bit of a rundown on your recent article on Ocelot's Substack?
Yeah, so I helped a tiny bit with like a little bit of the research on some of these tickers. But like if you look at Kristen Shaughnessy or like a few different people, they constantly talk about, oh my God, the float is this many shares, and oh my God, this how much is traded by this time or whatever. And almost every single time, if you just look on Edgar, you'll see that there's dilution, there's, some sort of thing that's going on that's probably causing all of this volume. Or, I mean, separate from the article, but my opinion is like, maybe they are being manipulated, right? Because some of the things didn't even have any filings. Like one of them, for example, had no filings. The last thing was in November. It was like a biopharma company, and in November they had gotten like some bad news from the FDA, right? And then it was like trading all of a sudden. Okay, maybe that is it was a Chinese stock, right? Maybe it is being manipulated.
Well, it could have been like one of those like
it.
Chinese like pump and dumps where they like a lot of what's been kind of going around is they'll promote it on social media to rug pull people. It's basically a scam where they get people to pile in and then rug the share price. Exactly. So that kind of manipulation.
Right. So, maybe that is going on with some of them. And, in that case, stay away. But most of the time, like, it seems like, a lot of wash trading is happening again today. What the fuck are you talking about? How do you even know that, lady? Like, she doesn't know that. She's just saying things. And another thing we were looking at is like, how much are people bagged, right? Like, when did she put out this tweet and how bagged are they now? And everyone's pretty bagged and everything at this point.
Right.
Because of course, bagged. Because of course they are. But
I like how I was just scrolling around, and right as you mentioned that, I found the perfect spot. So
there you go. Bagged. But I mean, I think the main point is to always check Edgar, right? No matter what anyone's saying, if it's me, if it's Ocelot, if it's this scammy lady, check Edgar to see what's really going on.
Right.
That's where it is. Everything is there. Like, see, she's posting on December 10th. Look, you can see the prospectus right there. Oh, filed the same exact day. Weird.
Right. Along those same lines, we had someone talking about like trading on Finger apparently, and the first thing I noticed, what do you notice about this that looks really odd and off about, like, he's talking about the weird trading that's going on?
Well, first of all, it's level 2 data. So
thank you. He's like, it's not printing to the tape because it's level 2 data, dipshits.
Yeah. Anybody can put in an order and then cancel it.
So, I mean, that could have also been stupid tweet of the week. I've got stupider shit. Don't worry. If you,
Oh, I
there
was
are no
worried.
deaths.
Oh, but look, Rico. Look, they end it with Rico.
Rico,
Ricola.
I love that that's become a meme. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I think it is now time for stupid tweets of the week. I have 2 guest stupid tweets. So
Wait, can I use that one? Can I use the one that was brought to us by Rubbing My Axe? Rubbing My Axe can't vote on it, but
Yeah.
really good.
You go ahead and use that one, and I'll make that, and then we'll have 1 guest tweet. That'll work.
Okay, because I really liked their tweet that they put here. It's great.
So why don't you go ahead and present?
I've joined Tinder to meet young female voters where they are. Ensure my plan to make it easier for them to get married, buy a home, and raise a family.
Okay.
Oh, is he really only 31?
We were going to talk about James Fishback, but nothing new has happened since last week with his filing in front of the court. This guy running for governor of Florida, in case you haven't been paying attention to our live streams, owes a lot of money to his previous employer and is just an all-around goon and a loser and a grifter. So,
and also on Tinder. So get your dates in, guys.
All right. So the next one that's up is our guest.
He asked for donations for Tinder Plus after that, and a few days later he got banned from Tinder. What? Oh my. Okay, that makes it even better. Love that lore. That's so funny.
Okay. So there we go. Sorry, I had to get the poll up. So this is our guest tweets. So, okay, poll up on YouTube. This is our guest stupid tweet of the week. Did you know that Bitcoin baggies now believe that they, too, are being naked shorted? I'm not sure.
It's a matter of time before that would happen.
I'm not sure how you can naked short Bitcoin, but they believe that's going on.
I mean, if I knew a way to do it, I'd do it, too.
Shh. You're not supposed to give away our new strategies, Platinum.
Yeah, all right. I'm F3 in Bitcoin all week. That's what happened, guys. It was me. Sorry.
Our operations are currently in progress. You can't be doing that. Giving away our secrets. No, my stupid tweet of the week is the OG Baggy Travis. I am literally anti-investor at this point. I want to see the entire economy fail.
Jesus.
Imagine being so bad that I want everything to burn down. Everyone else must fail. And only MOAS stock squeezes and precious metals succeed. Fuck the entire system. Wow.
Okay.
You must have gotten... Oh, wait. You're an AMC baggy. The only way you could have gotten bagged harder is by being in either Mullen
oh my God, that has 400 likes. What?
Yeah. 7,000 views, 400 likes. Yeah, apes cheering the apocalypse. Disgusting. Yeah. I'll go ahead and like that. But yeah, go ahead and vote. If you're on the Twitter or X or Twitch or Rumble side in the chat, if you're on the YouTube side, the poll is up and going. The only thing is that since Platinum took Rubbing My Axe's suggestion, we're just not going to allow the vote for that one, unfortunately. I gotta pick one of the others.
Yeah, I vote for Rubbing My Axe. Thank you.
I kind of like that one, to be honest.
I love that one, and then especially with the background.
I wouldn't have voted for it. It's the additional information that he got banned from.
Too good. Like, how is that even real?
Oh my goodness, that I just chef's kiss. So any final thoughts to send us off tonight?
Hopefully Patriots win. Yeah, that's really it. That's all I got.
Nah.
Pray for my bags. Thank you.
Pray for Platinum's bags. All right. Well, like I said, we did get this under a neat, nice, and precise 2 hours. So long as we don't sit here for 5 minutes waiting for votes to come in.
4 minutes we have.
Yeah, 4
Timer
minutes.
starts now.
Oh yeah. So anything interesting that you're looking at stock wise? I guess we'll plug some stuff here to fill some time a little bit.
Last week was like a software stock plummet situation. It was crazy.
Like,
but I mean,
it was really weird because like, you know, the S&P was even struggling. Definitely NASDAQ was struggling. Dow Jones had some moments where it was doing pretty good comparatively and stuff like that. So it was kind of an interesting week. My big thing that I've been looking.
God.
My big thing I've been looking at was Bright House Financial. Apparently, they're getting ready to be bought out at $70 a share. The shareholder vote is on the 12th. And I haven't heard anything about regulatory concerns, but like it shot up to $66 and it's been slowly bleeding down. You know, usually when you have a buyout, you slowly bleed up towards the buyout price, but this has been slowly bleeding down from the high of 66 down to $63 a share. But it hasn't like completely collapsed, like the deal is falling apart. And I haven't heard anything regulatory stopping it. So now there's like this what looks like, I want to preface, what looks like a free 8% gap between the buyout price and current price that just looks like free money to me. Maybe. I took a small position in it because I thought, 8% to wait around for the vote if it gets passed, and then I think there's like a 30-day or 15-day. I think it's 15 days because it's an all cash transaction waiting period to see if the FTC wants to step in.
They won't.
And if they don't, then free 8.5% win, and then I close out the position and move on. It's just
nice. Yeah.
So
I'm still waiting for that K-View.
I know, right?
Deal to go through, like, hello.
Already. I'd like to get out of that M&A deal as well. The spread on that is still pretty, like, it's starting to tighten up, which seems to suggest that the market is saying, okay, this might be more likely now. But it's still pretty wide. So, we'll see. I've got a couple of M&A transactions that I'm in because I'm really not trusting the market and the wild swings that have been going on as of late. So.
Yeah. I mean, anytime like the S&P goes down and stuff goes down, I buy more VTI, right?
Right.
Just buy the dip on it no matter what. So I did a bunch of that. And like I think I told you already before that I was like in a bunch of RAM stocks that like were like
massacred
up
during the
they were up a ton, right? So they were up a lot of them like 100% already year to date, which is just insanity. And so they of course took a hit with like everything else.
And I got flapped in my Qualcomm position because it was up pretty decently from where I bought in, and like you said, during that like knuckle down that had happened, it got pretty well hit on the head. And so I mean, I think it's still pretty undervalued, and I'll probably just add to that position, but like still it doesn't feel good.
Right. Yeah. Being up so much and then just seeing, I mean, my cost base is super low in my opinion for both of those. Once I've like got really hit. So whatever. It's all good.
All right.
It's 11.
It looks like Platinum
whatever time for you. Yes. Thank you from my axe. Yeah. I'd like to dedicate this to you.
and James Fishback being a total twat.
And to GoFundMe. Thank you to all of them.
Yeah. So, that will do it for tonight, and we will catch you folks next week unless I find some extra moments to slide in there. Some more videos coming out, not just the old Ethan recordings being re-uploaded, but some other stuff that I do have planned. So we'll also getting that other GNS video finished and put up. So
keep an eye out for GNS share count next week, Tony says.
I know, right? So we'll